Good afternoon, students. So, start with your new chapter, that is guidance and counseling. So, what's the significance of that? Every human being comes across challenges and stress that must be faced. Sometimes we feel the need of assistance and support to manage the problems and find solutions. So, traditionally in India, such support was readily and easily available to the family, particularly the joint or extended family, and the strong social network. Besides these, moral and emotional support was also available from teachers, friends, and spiritual religious mentors. In the present, particularly urban context, there is an increasing speed in the pace of life, fragmentation of family and social religious support system, and competitiveness. All such factors have led to a greater need for assistance to help individuals cope up with their problems. Consequently, the field of guidance and counseling have evolved into a professional areas nowadays. So, in a survey conducted by All India Educational and Vocational Guidance Association for assessing college students' need, major problems reported by 50% of the respondents were gap between expectations and performance, lack of knowledge regarding career and professions, anxiety regarding the future, lack of concentration, inability to make friends or deal with members of the opposite sex, lack of knowledge regarding sexual matters, lack of information regarding one's strengths and weakness, lack of knowledge regarding one's aptitude and abilities, lack of resources, lack of knowledge of effective learning strategies, and inability to forgive oneself for the past mistakes. The findings clearly indicate the need for professionals in the field of guidance and counseling. So, what's the basic concept of guidance and counseling? Guidance can be explained as assistance made available by a competent counselor to an individual of any group to help him/her direct the life course, develop a point of view, make decision and be better adjusted. Guidance does not mean giving directions, nor is it an imposition of one's point of view or another person. The person who is guiding another does not take the one's responsibility of making decision on behalf of the client. We can see that guidance is more about assisting people to find their way rather than giving instruction or ready-made solutions. So, what's the counseling? Counseling is an interactive learning process in which the counselor, sometimes termed therapist, helps the counselors by the individual families, groups, or institution to understand the causes of difficulties and guides them to sort out issues and reach decisions. The approach in counseling is holistic, addressing social, cultural, economic, and emotional issues. Counseling can be sought at any time in life, although many people reach out only in times of change or crisis. The qualified professional counselors speak with the counselee in a way to help that professional counselor speak with the counselee in a way to help that person solve a problem or help to create conditions that will cause the person to understand and improve life circumstances. So, counseling is a process involving responsibility and confidentiality. Therefore, guidance and counseling experts have to follow certain ethical principles. Counselor must act with care and respect for individual and cultural differences and the diversity of human experiences. Must never take any step which is likely to harm the counselee in any way. Respect the confidence with which the counselee places trust in them by taking about their issues with other people. Encourage the counselee to increase self-understanding. Help the counselee to increase and discover a range of choices and alternatives for handling the crisis situation effectively. Practice within the scope of their competence and refer cases that may need more intensive therapy to experts who are trained to deal with these. Be aware of all the service available for people in different circumstances so that adequate guidance can be provided in case further referral is required. So, level of counseling. In day to day life, you may have noticed that term counseling is being used informally to refer to any kind of information seeking interaction, including appraisal of a person for career. It may be useful to understand that there are different levels of counseling as shown in the box given below. So first is your informal counseling. It is generally rendered by a person who may be approachable and understanding, but may not be professionally qualified. This empathetic person could be an aunt, uncle, friend, and colleagues. Non-specialist counseling. It is it is the help provided by specialists for other areas like teachers, doctors, lawyers, religious preachers who, along with their respective specialization, also wish to handle psychological problems. They try to provide alternative way of dealing with the problems of people they come across in their daily interaction at work. So, third one is your professional counseling. Professional counselors are the ones who have received special training in counseling and have the required qualifications. So, how the counselor deal with the counselee is based on the mode of approach and the technique the counselor use. They are divided into directive counselor centered counseling, non-directive or permissive or client-centered counseling, and last one is clitic counseling. First one, directive counselor centered counseling. Here the counselor plays a major role and does all that is possible to get the counselee to make decision in keeping with diagnosis of the problem. Second one is non-directive or permissive or client-centered counseling. Here the counselor's role is comparatively passive. The counselor takes an active part in the process of therapy. The person seeking help is encouraged to gain insight into the problem with the help of counselor. The counselor takes the final decision. Thus, this counseling process turns out to a growth experience for the person. So, last one is your clitic counseling. Counselor who advocate using this type of counseling are of the view that directed or non-directed counseling are at two ends of continuum, and counselors should incorporate suitable techniques from both the types of counseling mentioned above as when required, depending on the situation, the problem, and the temperament of the client. So, preparing for a career. If you recall the times when you received help and guidance, you may have noticed that the listener, whether they were teachers, friends, or another adult, had certain qualities in them. They made you approach them easily. So, qualities of counselor are sensitive to human problem. He or she should be empathy, respect for individual variation, being non-judgmental, maintain confidentiality, being approachable, being from yet friendly, pleasant disposition, understanding values and relationships. So what's the scope? There are different type of scope. So first is career counselor. Some counselor work with people of all ages for vocational and career counseling. School counselor, he she must be a school counselor. Schooling can also bring about adjustment problem for children. A child may have problems with academic achievement with peers or with parents. Counselor who deal with such difficulty are called school counselor. Third one is your family counselor. They are specialists who work with parents, children, and other family members. They deal with specific issues that arise due to conflicts between family members or between generations. They also deal with behavioral problems of individual family members. So, fourth one is your marriage counselor. They deal with different issues or problem related to marriage counseling for marital and before marital issues or for personal compatibility, close relationship, and counseling for couples. So next one is your life skill trainer. These days, many people may need assistance in course of everyday life on account of stress at home or the workplace. For instance, as well as just young people may want to become proactive to optimize his or her potential. So last one is your counselor for child guidance. Some counselor work with child are called guidance counselor. So that's all for this today. Thank you so much.